The beacon of corruption is finally wiped from this island. Well done.
I'm sure we can trust Ventrinio, but I'll keep an eye on him. I'll stay here and keep an eye on Ventrinio. We'll meet you at the field of Huber, to the south. You got into Alabastra once. You can do it again.
Hopeless. So, it's off to face Dren, is it? Legend says it was where the first alliance between enemies was formed. And we Fae do so love to repeat legends, don't we? Isn't that why you found that gnome? I certainly don't intend to bury Dren in bodies. What does one do in the face of certain death?
There's got to be a way through here. Any luck finding Ventrinio and his big secret? And it looks like they're not far behind you. If you were anyone else, I'd try to stop you. As it is, I'll just wish you good luck. This can't end here. I don't know what you're planning, but...
Whatever you're planning, now is the time. Why not ask Ventrinio? He's the one who got you past Dren last time. You got into Alabastra once.
You haven't tried going in there, have you? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you need. Dren had a twin in the Summer Court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely immune to each other's power. She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided a quite useful little surprise. You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, I captured her essence and bound it into this charm. With this, you will be immune to Dren's power. It's not as powerful as it used to be, and it's specific to Dren. But it'll let you face him and live. Now be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They're a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity to Dren's power. It only works for one person, but it'll be enough for you to reach him. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of something. After an unfortunate incident with the Templars, Octian decided we both felt that an island in another land behind the front lines of a war might just be far enough from. With the essence of valor, you can withstand Dren's attacks. Stop being such a child and go... Now, go show that defender what a little magic...
I don't know what your plan is.
Turn back or die. Then you shall die like the other. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties. I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You seem an honorable sort. You even bear the blessing of my sister. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you in without a fight, and you cannot win against me. If only things could be different. If only the Tuatha were gone and my sister was back. Enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing. My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismere and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal. Before I knew the truth of Tuatha, I swore to keep my homeland safe from invaders. I could never have known what my people would become. Fae never change, and Pride's honor never yields. I cannot yield, but if your true intent is to stop Godflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could remain pure. If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass. I expected treachery from any friend of Sidon the Outcast, and I shall have no lies within my house. Turn back or die. Then you shall... I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. I know your intentions are to... But I have... If only think... Enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away. My sister and I, we never... He maintained pride with his Prismere and his obscene god. I cannot... If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers, and I thank you. Destroy the Tuatha in my house and the hateful witch knight Myrna. Then we can be free.
You did it! You actually... Guess I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once that... The gate to Alabastra's still closed, and we can't open it without the House of Pride's help. I won't lie. Aylin's been a big help. She still can't shake the feeling that she's hiding something. But what? Probably. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to go.
With you here, we can't lose. Let's go.
Halt! Parley in honor of Dren, if you please. If you would be so kind as to have a word with us. I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra. Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so come. We are sure you'll have no problem We eagerly anticipate your success.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for. Your bravado is nothing more than the mewling of an angry kitten. The goddess of mercy awakens, and with every step you take into my home, so welcome to Alabastra.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender. Your army is welcome here. We trust we thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful. Myself? Why, this one is merely the To us falls the honor of acting as liaison to your... How Gadflow came to command such respect is beyond even our wisest. But he said he found the voice of Tirnoch, and she led him to As the Fae are above mortals, the House of Pride reigns above their fellow Fae, sharing our wisdom. Prince Sidon is a Fae of noble tradition. He would never raise a hand against the High King, just as he would never bow before... The Tuatha bred in our lands before we realized what change they truly represented. Certainly we all share a Vengeance is such a sloppy, boorish house. They all feel that the world has wronged them somehow. And perhaps it did. We've been gifted with so much. It's only proper that we are... Conversely, poor children of dust have so little. But...
At last, the House of Pride is free and pure again.
Well done indeed. Now only the House of Vengeance stands between you and Gadflow. I had wondered what happened to the Winter Fae when Gadflow took control. They've got as much to fight for as our kind, and nothing left to lose. We couldn't ask for a better... Doesn't look like there was much of the House of Pride left to save. And I can't imagine they were happy about a mortal doing this. Now only the House of Vengeance stands between you and Gadflow.
This would be a lot easier if you didn't insist on making way for the entire Alpha army. Gone, gutted, and good riddance to them. That'll teach them to stand on the wrong side of a war. You did kill them all, right? All that magical power in one place. If only I had the time to study it all.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality, but I suspect we have you to thank. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the forces. Once the House of Pride gives their word, they'll know. Our real problem is that we can't march the army through Alabastra. Not in formation, at least. This will call for smaller groups. Alabastra is a maze of valleys. Gadflow's remaining faithful would... But where an army would fail, the 5 of us can triumph. If we split up, we can travel faster. We will at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale. I'm sure you know more about it than I do. After all, you were here last. That's where we'll find Gadflow, and where we'll put an end to this whole war. I hope you're ready. This time. More than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Welcome to Alabastra, hero. I'm no proper nature guy. Beautiful and a bit terrifying.
Hope you've got better luck this time, eh?
We've lost a lot of blood.
Hello. Praise Lyria! I thought welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain Ancilla's company? Even more self-absorbed than a knave, Ancilla was ordered to bring his men to reinforce Moondown, but he hasn't come. The war is not what I expected. I missed the only action I've seen until now has been escort. I'm no warrior. I'm an Alfar noble turned bodyguard. It took more deaths than I wish to admit to secure the path. Now that it belongs to the Alfar, we intend to hold it. Moondown is the best position in the valley. And Elisaf is one of ours, though she doesn't act like it. Her work makes up for her personality. We need soldiers, not heroes. Still, any help is something. Will you lend a hand? Our commander and his Ariad rushed ahead to Shadow Path. Most of us left behind are dead, and the wounded might as well be. Each Tuatha attack is bigger, more brutal than the last. We need fresh sword arms. Thank you. That's a Tuatha now. Goodbye. should give you a taste of what we've been up against. To Arthur, see this. Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage are true. Trav pushed through it, along with Camp Moondown, without a look back. Once the Ariad surged ahead, Moondown was left vulnerable, and Tuatha, that I don't know. Fate is Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. The mercenaries deserted us. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain somewhere in the depths of Glass Pillar Caves, a cavern to the east, off the Cluricon. His name is Colm. Added to our outfit in I'll spare you the detail. Goodbye.
Hello, mortal. I am the Knave of Pride. Wait a minute. You have impeccable timing. I have some Bulgans that need to be... They're everywhere. The Bulgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melsenshir. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me. Not sure, but they're about. It's a lovely arrangement. I was sent to Camp Moondown to help assess this. There are greater things at stake. I'm just looking to move on by completing these menial tasks. They're a special breed. The Bulgan masters control the Bulgan. Goodbye.
Hello.
With horrors, screams, and ghostly face, we leave blood in a graven place. The forest black and nighttime sky, the blood that pours forth from your eye. A feast for maggots, craven all, that eat the dying when they fall. Instead of vibrant fighting flesh that fights the barghest and the thresh, that knows the plight of Seelie Fae, you who walked the Niralim's way, and reckon fates of mortal dust, and keep an oath or break a trust. We hunger for your corpse once more, to hear your cries and anguished roar.
I liked fighting for Captain Canwin. She's one of the good ones. We don't fight for free. It isn't right.
go. Get out of here. It's a trap. Gods, the hero of Mel. I'm so sorry to have led you into that trap. I had no. Forgive me. I've been wounded. Don't have the. They knew if they took someone important enough. Since Moondown hasn't broken yet, they figured drawing. You're here, so I guess it was a good. She's more honorable than most. All Docklefar lust for power, I think, but she seems immune to its influence. I was assigned to captain. I was captured by the Tuatha and brought down here. Camp was already bad as it was when I got there. It's worse now. If I'm going to get back to camp, do you happen to have one on you? That feels better. It will be a while before... If you escort me to the exit, I'll meet you back. Move fast. I'm proof of what happens to those traveling. Goodbye. Thanks for all your help. I have my reasons for fighting. The Docklefar are ready to rule these lands, and if no one's paying attention, they'll seize it. Goodbye.
We don't fight for free. It isn't right.
And he named it
reviewing my
Prismere.
notes of our last trip to
It
Alabastra.
grows far
And
beneath
I've
the
come to some
amethyst.
startling
It pierces
conclusions
the
about your
world,
death
and the blood that
and
flows
Tierna.
from these wounds feeds Gadflow's hungry mind. These crystals, this Prismere, whispered to him promises of power, of godhood. It corrupted his nature. The seeds of a blizzard sprouted in the form of a beautiful crystal. It was a gift from her, ere we knew our doom was at hand.
I don't know exactly, but it must have been a tremendously powerful source of magic. You were attuned to the well in my lab, but Hugh's well captured your essence. The power in Bale seems to have been... What's more, I think that power is the source of the Prismere crystals. Something intelligent and malignant. The creature the Tuatha, something incredibly powerful. I don't know. She's not a god. She's something much, much worse. Whatever Gadflow's been doing, it's all in... So you've got to stop him before it's too late. When you and I came to Alabastra, we were looking for the source of the Prismere's power. I never found it, but I think you did. And that's why you died. The frosted gem at the center of Alabastra. Full of Prismere. But now it's with tremendous difficulty. Even so, there weren't magic which you provided, in fact. You never did explain where you got those fascinating little artifacts. Simple bone soldiers, easy enough for any decent mage to build and animate. Tierna isn't a god. No god is... I can see why Gadflow would worship her. Imagine controlling that much raw... Partial successes at best. Name them after an old nursery rhyme. Damn. You mean your deadly little shadow? I know her type. All smile.
Ventrinio insists on coming with me. Just as no telling where his true loyalties lie, or what he might do. I was going to sneak there by myself. Don't worry. I'll make sure he's safe. Very noble. But we need to stay separate in order to avoid... I'll see you soon enough. Don't worry. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for all your help. Goodbye.
You have returned. No Bolgan tough enough to... thank you, mortal. High Fulgen will be a bit safer now. I hear she has little experience. But I have better things to do than chat with, or about...
Hello. Corma's back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again. Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place to start. In the middle of all this, the fool goes goodbye.
fool. I was counting on the Tuatha guards to lead me to the staff once I got out of here. Thanks for nothing. Yes, I know I'm too beautiful to be an intellectual. Well, not just any summoner, but the greatest since Arba. Constantly under attack from the Tuatha. It's not very hospitable. She just wants her weapons. The captain doesn't realize I didn't enlist to sharpen swords. I joined so I could come here. It's a staff, crafted by the brilliant Dokkalfar. According to his writings, he imbued it with great summoning powers and Come, I'll show you. They guard the breath of Arba. None could rival him, in life or death. With his staff, I shall be his right... Up ahead. I nearly determined its resting place when you Go on, then. Thank you, I suppose, for getting the staff back from... No point in keeping it for yourself. It'll only work. Escort me to the exit where it is safe, and you can give me the staff there. What? What?
You found the weaponsmith? Alive? And she brings with her a powerful magic and well-timed. The Tuatha are on the move. Goodbye. I hear them marching. Quick, to the defences!
Hello.
Thanks to you, we might actually live to see reinforcements arrive. You could bring back the mercenaries. We'll need them if we are to hold a bit longer. We couldn't afford their fee anymore, simple as that. They meant to desert us, but didn't get far. You'll have to deal with their leader, Gorham Kane. They have a temporary camp on the natural bridge to the south. They plan to depart, a necessary evil. The leader, Gorham Kane's a harsh man. Goodbye.
I don't need no more stragglers trying me for damn parasites. High Fulgen's no place for the likes. There are few more important. The Tuatha wish to keep us out of Alabastra, and they will I spent the first few years of the Crystal War as a soldier. Damn me if you want, I'm alive, aren't I? Her persistence is honourable, even if... But honour doesn't pay for our meals, our repairs, our passage. War is about survival. Honour has no... It's a mass grave. They just don't know it yet. Between you and... I'm not made of stone, but being a hired sword means you can't fight. We came out here to find... Word is, Trav's not stingy with the coin. He is commanding officer of a group of Alphars. Captain Trav tends to do things instinct, but pay is pay and gold is gold, so who gives a damn? Listen here, I fight hard for my living. If folks don't compensate me justly, I make for elsewhere. If Moondown wants our help, they either... If you clear out the Tuatha watchtowers between here and Shadow Pass, we can give Captain Canwin a bit more of our time. What do you say? My lot's able to hack through a bunch of Tuatha to get to Shadow Pass. Except, if you want a bit more of our time in Moondown, you burn those towers for us. You started a campfire before, haven't you? Just light the tinder and let nature do its work. The towers line the pass behind you. Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen such a beautiful sight. I reckon that's earned our help for a spell. You know, you should consider joining us after this is all. This camp is fortunate. Perhaps our purses will get a bit weightier from this fortune. Goodbye.
Thank you for restoring. I am no great leader. I can't offer the speak to them, inspire them to greatness, and we just might survive. Yes, if you could speak to they trust you, hero. Lead them. Goodbye.
Good work out there.
Hello. Yes?
Good work out there today.
What?
I cannot thank you enough. Be safe in your travels and remember, you will always... Thank you.
Yeah?
Hi there. What can I interest you with today, Malik? Easy. I've just received a delivery. Very of wonderful gear from a crew.
So long!
By Lyria, it was you who stood against Baelor when Telera... I am commander of the Ariad. Do you bring word of my We are called the eyes and ears of the... We are the sword in the dark. My men trained for years to be unleashed. I swear, before I too have fallen, winter will burn. I was a scout under Telera's command when Baelor was first unleashed. For what you have done, friend, you'll never have to buy your own aid. When the Ariad chose me, we trained for years, even if it means my last breath. I will see the Tuatha. Even after the Baelor was unleashed, I believe, and so she did. The ash covering the ground ahead is all that the Tuatha have built a gauntlet of spell-casting sentries who greeted our every advance. Who says I am? Who says you are? This is Shadow Pass, youngling, but I swear, whether I will make them pay the butcher's bill for what they've done. It's just... These Tuatha wage war like... But if you're brave enough to challenge them, if you can neutralize these sentries, I will charge... The pass ahead is defended by us. See if you can find a path to his position and attack him from... Until later, then. Has begun, but we must press on lest the two... There are more sentries ahead. Each must be... Well done so far. The next pass might... Once you've felled them both, Until later then.
There you are. Got myself a little tied up here. And is it a trick of the eye, or are these crystals... You should have seen Alabastra at its prime. So Vale was the seat of the Winter Court. Every bit as cold as Issa is warm. Just got myself tied up in some trouble with the lope. Honestly, I haven't had this much. Not on your life. But I will take just a moment to keep going. I'll meet you at Vengeance.
The skulls atop high fulgen shine, and coldly gleam in a precise line. For us who chew on hollowed bones, while alive we wail vapid moans. It's delight for us to feed, to feast, we the winter of the east. We the corpses in putrid bloom, we of decay in twilight gloom. Will never halt our hungered wait, till spilled blood is on our plate. So come into our lands at night, and see an endless wintry sight.
Excellent work. The main Tuatha encampment lies at... The Tuatha are consumed by madness and deserve only... The main Tuatha encampment lies ahead. Take cover. Until later, then. The final Tuatha encampment is just ahead. I cannot deceive you. This will be a suicide. We need only kill Decidin, and Shadow Pass will press forward. We have shattered. We must break them now, before... Stay safe.
beautiful.
The anger festers in the heart, and perfectly you play the part of hero to the summer's west, bringing Tuatha to their rest. Why do you try so hard in vain? Why bring the others senseless pain? Don't you see, mortal, don't you see the body impaled on the tree? Will you not witness their loss and feed upon the awful dross? Or walk again past corpses new, without care for the rotting few? The House of Vengeance enacted the whims of our mad king. The divided court became Gadflo's Tuatha by force or by rebirth. The Winter Fae dwindled before this wave of frenzied strife, and before long, they were soldiers in an immortal army, or they were outcast. The greatest of vengeance, Malwyn, Claran, Vescain among them, became his witch knights. War had come again to the Fae, but instead of by Lord Own, It was Gadflow the King without a winter.
Great. That's the last of them. We've paid a heavy price, but I'll make camp here, and it was an honor to fight by your side. Maybe this will help you out. He has killed countless Alfar. I lost many friends that day, and I stay safe. Till later, then.
O gloried stranger in our land, bringing death with the fate's own hand, filling the graves with corpses new, that feed the vultures, mortals too. Yes, they'll eat the flesh of the dead, and tear the limbs off, and the head. They only need the slightest lie to give them reason as to why their minds should be free from all guilt. And that is how your morals wilt. Continue, stranger, in our home, where demons tread and evils roam. For you are now a part of woe, blight, dusk, ruin, and living foe.
Come on. You must hurry. There is much to do. Gask and his forces are prepared, and they are the survivors of Eventide to consider. I have not heard a whisper from across the pass. They did not sense the changing of the tide as I did. The first of Gask's soldiers occupied the pass. We of Ashmore retreated into these caverns, and know not of what fate befell Eventide since. There are many good folk there. Bareth, Nell, and even an agent of Gadflow, and head witch knight of Cadsamir. Little is known of him, but this is not important. His actions here are a grim enough tale. She was once of the House of Vengeance, and has always served as the guardian of Ashmore. But she is only one warrior against Esha fears an attack, and wishes to lead survivors to... Perhaps you can talk her out of it. She readies her people below. Ashmore and Eventide stand astride the pass, the corridor leading from Bale to the wider world. When we refuse to stand aside... Wonderful! His camp of Cadsamir is to the north. He lords over Twilight Pass from the plateau above. Rarely see... Be careful.
What do you want? I am surprised to see a mortal so far south. Before, there was balance. The great cycle cradle. Barrett was right about you. Your mortality is contagious. He was the wisest of us, the sage of Twilight Pass. His first lifetime, but I have not glimpsed Barrett since the attack, and I fear for his safety. If you journey to Aventine, there has never been such a certainty, such blind faith in the gifts of this world. Now we Fae perish as you do, never to return. Voices lost in the smoke of It sickens me to think of all the Someday, he will be overcome. Perhaps, I suppose, it was one of the 3 summer houses tending to Fae memorials to prepare them for their renewal on this land. I don't know what has become of it now. Tuatha controlled the whole area. It saddens me to think how many of our land's treasures they have taken by now. A dark and bleak land to the north. The caverns of Twilight Pass were long ago seized by the Mergen. It is a blessing that we've evaded them this long. You are by my wreck. Come, the tunnel. Let's go.
We must hurry.
Watch your back. Your eyes may be sharp, but these shadows are the black. There is an exit to shadow. Let's go. Watch your back. On behalf of the Ashmore survivor, now go. Others need you still. See you again.
Tell me of this, Aethel. The light of water emblazoned upon the wall. It poured with a multitude of souls of peace. Escaped the well and flowed the pattern. It will forever sing the twilight of ethereal harmony. Balance moved.
Hi there. I'm at your command. Just don't ask me to do anything I don't feel like doing. Bye-bye.
Every day my healing gift grows stronger. It's as though Goodbye.
What is it? Hello there. business is booming.
So long!
But Gadflo was not content to rule the Court of Winter. Mortals would bow before him as well. And so he made war on your people and drove them from the eastern lands. The Alfar fell before an avalanche of corrupted fervor. The Tuatha acted as one army and built the Prismea Chantries as new idols of their false mountain god, their Tirnoch.
Help a friend out, won't you? There's a release for this cage on a wall there. Help a friend out, won't you? There's a release for this cage on a wall there.
And you did find it. And that is your curse? The Arathi are gone. Upon these shattered ribs of early cities, they've left no mark. No name, no prayer, no secret word, no promise of return, no warning cry, no tale of a lonely death. What message might they have left, scratched in this antique stone, soft as a dusty grave? The peace of the Arathi returns the lifeblood of magic. They are the ultimate deceivers, the opposite of that which they appear. I saw their true form revealed there, a horrible, chaotic monstrosity, as foul and terrible as I once thought wondrous. My entire life spent chasing this dream. There was the truth before me. We are alone. There is nothing to save us. No greater things than the things we wreak.
You there. Help a friend out, won't you? There's a release for this cage on a wall there. You there. I am called Ordo. You have my thanks, stranger. I was beginning to worry that no one would ever come, that I would stare at these same walls until I was drawn behind the veil. I was an apprentice to Bareth, wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my own worth. I set out to explore the world. What I found, who I found, it was all so unexpected. It existed in Twilight Pass long before Ashmore and Eventide, and even before the House of Vengeance and our Grand Winter Court. Weaponized magic is wild. He was a respected member of the Eventide clan. I foresaw he would have little use for an apprentice once his work with the Mergen was complete. The Fate Weaver Mora Challan resides in the Great Chamber. Imprisoned in her home by the Tuatha, she has made a bargain with me. If I help her escape, she will help me alter my fate. No longer will misfortune plague me. This pleases me. Reckon is a vast. Let us go. Most of my clan were slain outright. Their screams. I had already left Eventide, and would have escaped Twilight Pass altogether. She's imprisoned in the Great Chamber far below the surface. The Mergen will... Okay. Faster! My luck is already Mora Challan's prison is deep underground. I understand. Let's go. It is as I feared. The door to the Great Chamber has been locked and warded. Keep a watchful eye for Mergen. Right.
Ordo, you have returned, and you have brought a companion. It is a pity, for you I mean, that Ordo's hunger for a brighter fate has so clouded his judgment, and to have your friend witness it. I am Mora, Watcher of the Weave. This world, this tapestry of time, it is composed of many threads. I've been trapped in this magical ruin by the Tuatha. This thread in time that has brought me here. Gask and his pet sword Cryamore bound me to this chamber, fearing what might happen if I ventured into their new kingdom. They will learn soon enough. The Tuatha have trapped me in this ruin, my home. Aware of my true power, but ignorant. I need the strength to break the curse, and will do anything to escape. Regrettable, but it is the only way. Now, I shall take Ordo and consume him as fuel for my revenge. As for you, stand aside or perish. Gask sealed this ruin with the blood of the dead, and the spirits of the Fae fallen. It is cursed, and I with it. To break the curse, I must draw. Ordo carries the power I crave, but not for much longer. You wish to fight Mora Challen where she is strongest? So be it. Goodbye.
Thank you for defeating Mora. I am lucky to be able to walk. You have my blessings. I think I will meditate here a while. To be caged deep in a ruin like Wickenai is a punishment too unbearable for... I was an apprentice to Bar, wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my... The Merkin youth. Twilight Pass is full of hidden nooks. Eventide was a... We believed in the judgment of... I am forever grateful.
And so here you are, imprisoned in the magic of these Fey stones, to live eternally in a drifting stream of song and echoed voices. Your body long decayed, your family and friends lost to the passage of time. Adrift in these chaotic swirls of cacophony, you would spend your time yearning to be free, but knowing that with that freedom comes such a pathetic nothingness that even this stone prison is preferable. The gods can keep their false world. I will make her own.
If you are here, then you are sold to the putrid lands of the old. Your lost body will burn, to crumbled ash will your bones turn. There is no hope left for your life. Wielding hammer, sword, or knife will not save you. You are the waste of a contempt's malicious taste. And what awaits your untuned mind is what you hope you'll never find. The vilest, darkest, blackest thing. The conscience of a reigning king.